Hi guys, it's ShishkaBubber1 coming right back at you with an all-new Boom Beach video. Hey guys, welcome to the video. In this video we're going to talk about starting tech and, what it means. If you didn't see, Chicken made a really cool video today also on the same subject, so it's kind of inspired me for this vid. And we'll start off taking a look at the old leaderboard from the last season here for all the people on my friends list. Can't believe I finished in 7th. Oh, that's Task Force, that's why. There's no way I finished in 7th on my friends list. Yeah, great job to all you guys out there pushing last season, by the way. And, I would pose this question to you. Did starting tech help you that much last season? Now you see, I pose the question like that because as we start to delve into the subject, you're going to see that it's got a strong amount of seasonal dependency. So, I guess the long story short, TLDR of this video is, does starting tech matter? Yes and no. Primarily no. Okay, but it is very dependent on tech trees, and basically what it gets down to is there are different effective, we can't see a tree right now. Well, there's different effective tech points in any given tech tree, and that just depends how they decide to arrange the nodes. And of course, some effective tech points are more effective than others, and if these lines are demarcated by starting tech marks, then you can have this exacerbation of the problem, if you understand what I'm saying. In other words, if there's a starting tech line around, say, like rank 14, then if you're only in rank 13, well, you're not going to get that. Like, say, Seekers are at rank 14, okay? Unless you get to rank 14, like, right away, like in the first 30 minutes, you're probably going to have a really hard time getting to rank 14 because everyone's going to be seeking you early in the game or something like that. So certain seasons can really exacerbate these problems. There's also another side of it, which is lower in the tech tree. Chicken didn't talk about it too much in his video, but it's for the early metas, stuff like in 2ER. You can normally, normally, like if you finish well, like in Diamond or whatever, you can just skip all that junk in 2ER and just go straight to 3ER, maybe even 4, depending on the length of the season and the length of the tree. The point is you can skip that junk in 2ER. Sometimes there's junk in there like Grenadiers or Zookas, or just stuff that you don't really use in the end game, but it is meta for 2ER. And unless you're able to skip out of that, then you're forced to unlock that and spend tokens on it, and that can also be a setback. So, I mean, by and large, it's just very dependent on the tree, okay? That's really all there is to it. Now, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just poking around here on the main game. I can't really, think and play at the same time. But who cares about the main game, right? I don't know, what topics would you guys like to hear me discuss? Like, is there anything you want to get my 2 cents on? Because, I mean, I could discuss things. It was a great idea that Chicken had. It's always like, what do you do in the off time between seasons, right? What kind of content do you make? Are there issues out there that you guys think, could make a good topic for a video? Chicken suggested doing a video about stars and how those work. I mean, that's cool and all, but it's also just a bunch of math. I don't think people want to tune in to see math, like, the basics of the star system and warships. I mean, I could do a video on that, but do you really want to watch that? And there might be 2 or 3 of you that do, but I don't think thousands of you do. So I don't know. But starting tech matters, guys. I mean, it does to the extent that that's the carrot on the stick, right? Like, the whole reason we have 40% resets, or we keep 40% of our stars, is because of that carrot on a stick approach, right? That's baked into the game. They want that incentive. They want people to keep pushing at the end of the season. But you got to remember, the thing about a carrot on a stick, ladies and gentlemen, is that carrot sometimes isn't even really a prize. It's more of a concept. It's more like Dumbo and his feather. You ever see the cartoon Dumbo? And he thinks he can fly just because he has a little magical feather, but then eventually he realizes he can fly without the feather. It's kind of the same thing. In fact, that's what starting tech is, really. Starting tech is like Dumbo's feather. But, I digress. It's, when you play Warships enough, it doesn't matter. Like I said, it does depend on the season. Some seasons are worse than others, and those dividing lines are kind of random. But when you play with enough warship seasons, like 3, 4, or more seasons, trust me, it all evens out. It all goes away. Skill and proper tech choices always rise to the top. I mean, that's the problem, right? It literally takes one mistake and you've just made the wrong tech choice and you've just screwed yourself over for the season. It's quite possible. I know you guys have all done it before. Heck, I did it last season too. It's just the way things go. So I think oftentimes what starting tech really is more or less just an excuse for people to make for why they're doing bad in Warships. And that's oftentimes what it falls into. Like, it's just so easy for people to say, oh, well, if I had this starting tech, I would have been so much better. But not realizing there's like a million other things they could have done to improve their game. I mean, Chicken touched on some of this in his video too. Just, all the different things like being up at the right times, pushing on your effective tech, pushing at the start of the season, opening the first chest right away, never letting your chest go 4-4. All these types of things are just fundamental to Warships. And like, really, if you miss any parts of that, you're just not going to have a good season. So there are a lot of parts that must come together in order to do well in Warships. Starting tech is just one of them, but honestly, it's a pretty small part. And it literally is just a carrot on a stick, and it's just Dumbo's feather. You hardly even need it, but it's enough incentive for people to think they need it so that they keep pushing. It's a beautiful thing, right? So, I mean, I like how they worked it. Now, resets in general, because this delves into the topic of resets, right? Because people who think that starting tech is unfair, they always want resets, okay? So my 2 cents on resets is simply that they're kind of necessary sometimes when cheating gets out of hand, for lack of a better word, and we need to kind of cull the herd at the top, like all those mules. Like a month ago I made that star mule video. When you get too many mules at the top of the leaderboard, sometimes you gotta chop their legs off. You know what I'm saying? So I think in reasons like that, I totally get behind the cheating, just to kind of reset things and to make things a little bit more fair in this regard. But the starting tech in and of itself is not an inherent disadvantage most seasons, by and large. That's my 2 cents. I don't know. What do you guys think about it? Be sure to let me know in the comments below. And also, please, if you got any ideas for another video, just something to explore, to talk about, let me know. I think it would be a cool kind of genre to make because, I want to do stuff that's Warships related, and I want to do content that's kind of just unique to my channel. And that's the type of content that I could definitely provide for you guys. So let me know. I'll be thinking about it too. And with that, we'll wrap it up. I hope you guys have a super fantastic, awesome rest of your day. And as always, remember, be kind to others, because if you're not, you're just being mean, and mean people suck. Take care.